اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجه. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. رب زدني علما وارزقني فهما. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. اللهم كن لوليك الحجة ابن الحسن صلواتك عليه وعلى آبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا وعينا حتى تسكنه أرضك طوعا وتمتعه فيها طويلا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Today we are going to cover the rules of Meem and Noon Mushaddada. Shadda means emphasizing or doubling of a letter. So when a shadda, which looks like a little English W, appears above any letter, it means that there is two of the letter in that word. Just like in the word Muhammad, when we spell it in English, we have double M. The word swimming, we have double M. The word Sumayya, similarly here, this little W sign that's appearing above the ba, it means that there are two bas in this letter. And if we open them up, it means that the first ba will carry a sukoon and the second letter of the tashdid of the mushaddad letter will carry the vowel that's above the shadda. So here, instead say rabba, just rabba. We will say rabba, rabba. So we are doubling up the sound of the ba, and because of the sukoon, it joins to the ra that's before it, rabba. Now, the exception in the letters of the tashdid, which we are not going to go through all the letters of the tashdid and how to read them, because I am assuming previous knowledge. We are going to stick to the ghunna rule that will apply to the noon and the meem mushaddada. When the letter noon and meem, out of all the Arabic alphabets, carry a shadda above them, they must be read with a 2-count ghunna, a 2 counts nasal sound. Hold it for longer. All the other alphabets, you will just double up the sound. But for the noon and the meem mushaddada, or a noon and a meem with a shadda, not only do we double the sound in our mouth, but we also nasalize the sound for 2 counts. So let's let's read some of the words. So we have examples of shadda. We will start with those first. So fil ummiyina. So notice I said the meem clearly from my mouth, and I nasalized the sound for 2 counts in my nose. فَلَمَّا إِمَامٍ مُبِينٍ فَأُمُّهُ. I hope you are reciting at the same time at home. لَنَرْجُمَنَّكُمْ وَهُمْ مُسْتَكْبِرُونَ. So here you can see that there are 3 memes. The ha has got a meem sukoon after it. And here there is a meem shadda, which means we're going to merge their sounds. We will join this meem to the ha, and we nasalize it for 2 counts, as well as doubling it up in our mouth. We move on to examples of a noon shadda. Innaka. So I'm clearly saying the noon in my mouth, as well as doing a 2-count nasalization. Anin na'im, the one under it. Okay, I would like somebody to unmute and recite the next 2, the one at the top and the one under it.
May I, sister?
Yes, please go ahead. Alaykum salam wa rahmatullah.
Minna wan najmu
Recite the next 2 as well.
waliyamassannakum yakunun nasu.
So let's go on to the next slide. Now, what we need to also realize is that a lot of confusion between in the application of the meem shadda and making it sound like ikhfa. We have to be careful of the noon shadda, sorry. We have to be careful to differentiate the sound of ikhfa from the sound of the noon mushaddada. Noon mushaddada has to be clearly said in our mouth as well as our nose, whereas ikhfa hides in our mouth and it's only nasalized for 2 counts. So the first sentence here, so we have to look for all the rules that we've done so far. So I can see an ikhfa in the word عنكم. So let's recite. ثم عفونا عنكم من بعد ذلك تشكرون. And we had an iqlab there as well. So who would like to unmute and recite that line?
Assalamu alaikum. Shall I just
Yes, please.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. ثم عفونا عنكم من بعد ذلك لعلكم تشكرون.
Please apply your ikhfa in the word عنكم. Recite it again.
عنكم من بعد.
So what is ikhfa, please? Ikhfa is when you hide the noon from your mouth and you put it in your nose, so your and it does not go towards the makhraj of the noon, which is the rule that we did day before yesterday. And that the reason this happens is because the noon sakina is followed by one of the 15 letters of ikhfa. Ankum. That's
عنكم.
yes, ahsanti. Okay, so I'll recite the next line. Somebody else can unmute and recite the next example. وَلَئِن, so that's ikhfa there. I'm going to keep my tongue away from the makhraj of the noon in our mouth, and I'm going to do a 2-count nasalization. وَلَئِن سَأَلْتَهُم مَّنْ خَلَقَ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضَ لَيَقُولُنَّ اللَّهُ. So the Meem Shadda has to be recited clearly from the mouth and the nose. And then we have the letter Dad, and then we have a Noon Shadda, and then we have Lafd al-Jalala, God Almighty's name at the end. So you have to apply all these rules as you go along. Who would like to recite this line, please?
Can I please?
Yes, please, go ahead.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. ولئن سألتهم من خلق السماوات والأرض لا يعقلن الله.
يقولن Allah. 2-count nasalization for the Noon Shadda, which is today's rule.
لا يقولن الله.
Okay, and also what I noticed, a mistake that you did is in the 3rd and the 4th word. وَلَئِن سَأَلْتَهُم مَّنْ خَلَقَ. That's an إظهار noon sakina because it's followed by a harf halqi, a throat letter. مَنْ خَلَقَ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضَ. Santi, anyone else who would like to recite that line?
May I try, sister?
Please go ahead.
Ji. ولئن سأل.
So the first noon sakina is ikhfa. You have to hide it in your mouth. So keep the tongue away from the makhraj of the noon and nasalize it for 2 seconds. وَلَئِن سَأَلْتَهُم مَّنْ.
ji. ولئن سألتهم من خلق السماوات والأرض ليقولن الله.
Okay. Anyone else who would like to recite that line?
May I have a go, please?
Yes, go ahead.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. وَلَئِن سَأَلْتَهُم مِّنْ خَلَقَ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضَ لَيَقُولُنَّ اللَّهُ.
Ahsanti. All the rules were applied correctly there. Ahsanti. Okay, so the next surah is Surah An-Nas. If you notice, Surah An-Nas ends with the word An-Nas, which has a noon shadda above it. So we will practice reciting this surah. So, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس. Do you see how I was counting the 2 counts on my fingers? So you can count either by opening fingers or by count 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, who would like to recite Surah An-Nas?
May I read it, sister?
Yes, please go ahead.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. قل أعوذ برب الناس مالك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس.
Ahsanti, mashallah. Anyone else who would like to recite Surah An-Nas, applying the sunnah of the Noon Sakina correctly?
Can I please?
Yes, please go ahead.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. قل أعوذ برب الناس.
So there is a Noon Shadda there that you have to do gunna, nasalize for 2 counts. Birabbin Nas. The Noon Shadda has to be recited with 2 counts of nasalization. Birabbin Nas.
برب الناس مالك الناس
That's it.
إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس.
خناس من شر that's إخفاء on the first Noon Sakina. من شر الوسواس الخناس.
من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس.
أحسنتي بارك الله فيك. Okay, anyone else who would like to recite Surah An-Nas?
Can I try, please?
Yes, go ahead.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس.
والناس. You did the Noon Shadda and the Jinnati correctly. But then والناس you let it go. Just repeat the last line.
من الجنة والناس.
أحسنتي بارك الله فيك.
Thank
Well,
you.
anyone else who would like to have a go?
Shall I, sister?
Go ahead, please.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس.
The Gunna was applied correctly on all the Noon Shaddas. Just on line number 4. من شر. So you had to apply إخفاء on that Noon Sakina. من شر الوسواس الخناس. You'd like to recite line number 4 again?
من شر الوسواس الخناس.
So you are saying the Noon Sakina clearly in your mouth. We did the rule of Ikhfa 2 days ago. If Sakina is followed by the letter Sheen, then we have to hide it from our mouth. So we don't let our tongue touch the makhraj of the Sheen, of the Noon, sorry. And we put the Noon in our nose. Don't let your tongue say min. Don't let it go all the way to reciting the Noon. Keep it away from the Noon. Keep it down in your mouth and then nasalize the noon. Be ready to say the sheen. Min sharril.
من شر
Yes, that's it. أحسنتي.
من شر الوسواس الخناس.
So you have to practice the إخفاء rule, please.
Yeah.
Okay, أحسنتي. Anyone else who would like to recite Surah An-Nas?
May I?
Go ahead.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس.
أحسنتي. The noon shadda غنة was applied perfectly there. أحسنتي. Anyone else who would like to recite?
Can I try, sister?
Please go ahead.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس.
أحسنتي. بارك الله فيك. Your إخفاء and the غنة of the noon مشددة and also the makharij, the dal was recited nicely. أحسنتي. Anyone else who would like to recite Surah An-Nas?
May I have a go, please?
Go ahead.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس.
أحسنتي. My recitation and all the rules were applied correctly. أحسنتي. Anyone else who would like to recite before we end the lesson?
May I please?
Yes, go ahead, please, sister.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس.
ما شاء الله. Very beautiful. صدق الله العلي العظيم. Excellent. I hope everybody has understood the rule of noon and meem mushaddada and also how to differentiate between the noon shadda and the ikhfa application. Ahsantum. If there are any questions I can answer.